is Danielle, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm a student at Michigan State University. And let's see, how did I come to just be? Oh, okay. So last year, fall semester, I was an intern at the Refugee Development Center here in Lansing, and during that time, I just felt like I really wanted to try something new. I felt like I was like in a rut, or like I was stifled in some way, and I thought, well, why don't I try yoga? But I was really intimidated because, a lot of people think of yoga as something that, primarily white, thin, wealthy women do. And I was like, oh, no, I can't do that. I wouldn't know what I was doing. And it's too scary. But let's see. While I was at the Refugee Development Center, one of the things I did was I helped with ESL. And my supervisor, the woman who taught that class, I learned that she was a yoga instructor. So I was asking her questions about how I should get started, and I was asking her where I should, if she had any recommendations for studios in Lansing. And so she mentioned Just Be, and she just had so many good things to say about it. She kept talking about how B was just like so knowledgeable and just knew so much about yoga and about the human body, and just how much you can learn just from going to a class with her. So, and she mentioned it was cheap, which which really appealed to me because I'm a student and I don't really have funds like that. So I came to my first yoga class ever, actually, on January 11th, 2013, and it was I remember it was a Friday morning, Belinda's basic class, and I went, and I was really nervous, but it just ended up being so much fun, and I've been here ever since. I think one of the things that I really appreciated when I walked in was that, when I walked in, no one looked at me like, what are you doing here, or you can't do yoga or anything like that. It was just like love and just, just this really warm, open kindness that you immediately feel when you walk in. So I really appreciated that. I guess for one thing, practicing yoga has helped me learn that it's important to be good to yourself. I think people, especially like workaholic, perfectionist types like me, we treat ourselves like machines almost. We have to, it's all about completing this task or proving ourselves in some way, about being productive, being efficient. But, we're not machines, we're living, breathing beings, and we need to take that time to be good to ourselves and treat ourselves well. It's not something, it's not a luxury, it's actually really important. It's a necessity. So that's one thing that I really learned through practicing yoga here, especially here at Just Be. Before, I used to be really concerned with how people looked at me. Like, I would be out somewhere and I wonder, oh, are people staring at me? What do they think when they see me? And just all that crazy stuff. And now it's just like I don't really care. Like I wake up every morning and I am who I am, and there's nothing wrong with that. And people see me. If people look at me, then they do. If they don't, then they don't. It's cool. And I guess along with that goes with not trying to be too competitive. I think it's also it's easy when you're doing something amongst a lot of other people. Like even practicing yoga, you might want to look and see what that person is doing, or how far they're able to bend this, or how long they're able to hold this pose or whatever. And you're like, oh, I can't do that. Or let me see if I can beat her. Like, how can I measure up to this person? And it's just not, it's just not that serious. You don't need to compete with everyone all the time, is what I'm learning. You can just be yourself, and that can be enough. So yeah, I guess that would be the most significant thing that I've learned about. And really, I never ever in my life imagined myself practicing yoga ever until like this past year. And now it's like, what have I been doing all my life? Like, where was I, and what was I doing before I started doing this? Because it's been amazing. Like, I really feel like my life has changed practicing yoga, especially coming to a place here where it's, you know, it's small and it's cozy, and you might not know everyone, you might not, you know, like be best friends with everybody, but at least you talk and you get to know people. And then, you know, Belinda or B, she always, you know, makes a point of trying to get to know her clients and make sure we all feel welcome and we're getting what we need and stuff like that. So I don't know, I just feel like my whole life is different now, you know, since coming here.